Hello crafty friends and welcome back. I am playing along again with Follow Sketch February for 2026. Today's sketch is by Julie Bonner, and I'm also used several papers from my 100 pattern paper challenge. So here I'm showing you the sketch again and some of the things that I pulled from my 100 pattern paper stash, as well as just my regular papers. Got a couple scraps. Here are my photos and some doctor themed stickers that I'm going to use. So the stripe paper and my background paper were both from the 100 pattern paper stack that I chose. Here I'm digging through all of my branding strips to see if I can find one that will work. And I don't think I find one that I was looking for an orange, and so I pulled out another scrap and cut a small strip. And this was actually my scraps as well, because I think it was one of maybe 2 or 3 papers that I had left from this Vicky Bouton paper pad. So once I got down to just a few pieces, I just put it in my green scrap bin and went from there. So now I have my 2 circles that are shown in the sketch, and then here is that piece that basically could have been used as a border strip, and using that green scrap there. So there is the basics of the layout there. From this branding strip, that there was this tiny little area of blue on it, and I thought that would be good to pull that blue up to the upper left corner, because I am going to use this blue star, which was also from my 100 pattern paper stack, and I'm going to use that to map my photos. So pulled out scrap from my white scrap bin, and I am matting each of my photos as well. I did trim them down because I needed them to fit within the 12 inches across that I have for my papers, and so I do end up trimming each of the photos down a little bit, and then in the final design you will see that I do have some of them overlapped as well to get everything to fit in all across that border strip, and still see a little bit around each of the edges. So let's see, just getting those put down on this blue paper. And I really like the blue on this side. The other side was from, I think it was the Disney Nomies themed. I think this might be a photoplay paper. I think that was one of their collections. You know, I'm not really too much into the gnomes, but I really did like the color of this blue paper. So, and I knew eventually I would get to a point where I would use the blue and the stars, that they're easy to use with boy layouts. So these pictures are actually documenting Cody playing with his doctor kit, and he has a little puppy dog there that he is giving an exam to. So I thought these were super cute, and obviously my title that we will get to here in a little bit, I used the puffy stickers from, is it Bella Boulevard, I think, and not under the Doodle Bug. I'm pretty sure it's a Bella Boulevard. I know they're pretty much the same company, but as far as under the labeling, I think these are under Bella Boulevard. So here you can see I've got my pictures layered up there and ready to go. And originally I was planning on putting my title on this journal card that says details, but I ended up putting my layout down, or like my band of pictures down lower than I originally anticipated, and so I ended up just doing my title differently. So I'm going to put Doctor in this top circle here, and then the bottom part of the title that says Feel Good is going to go underneath the photos. So you did see that I did need to move that upper circle up just a little bit so I could get the word doctor to form over the top of that entire photo and still be within the circle. So I had to adjust my placement on the circle just a little bit. And I was also using the trick of putting the glue on the back of my hand and dipping each of the letters in just to get a little section of it with some liquid glue to make sure that they stay adhered to my page for a long time, because after I complete my layouts, I actually have I guess you'd call it like an outside metal trellis, and I use just metal clips and display them in my craft room until I have, a new one, and I start to replace them and put them into my albums. So here, now I do know that these are from Doodlebug, that they were from a Dr. Getwell themed collection from a couple years ago. And we've actually had a couple like hospital visits and things like that that I've documented using these stickers. So I thought this was another good way to go ahead and get some of these stickers used up and to support the theme here of my layout. So Dr. Feelgood was in the office that day and taking care of his little puppy. So once I get these stickers on, that pretty much wraps things up. So there is a playlist listed down below in the details section, and as well as links to my social media as well. Here are the close-up shots of my layout. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those down below, and check out the links for everybody playing along. And thank you for stopping by.